Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Kendall's cutting cucumber.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times the Kardashians were not just like us.
Who's the most frugal of the bunch?
The most what?
Most frugal. Who gets like the cheap?
For this list, we'll be looking at the Kardashian family's most privileged, extravagant, and otherwise unrelatable moments. How do you feel about the Kardashians' lavish lifestyle? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. When Kylie became a self-made billionaire. Some people have to work their way up to the top, while others are simply born there. When Forbes announced that Kylie Jenner was, quote, the planet's youngest self-made billionaire at 21, people immediately called BS.
If you're born on third base and you hit a home run, you're not really self-made.
Her beauty company, Kylie Cosmetics, is certainly successful, but she definitely had a leg up on the competition. When most people hear self-made, they think of someone like Oprah Winfrey, who came from nothing and didn't have much help. Not someone born into reality royalty.
All my life I had to fight. I had to fight my daddy, I had to fight my uncles. I had to fight my brothers.
Kylie defended her title by saying parents Kris and Caitlyn cut her off financially at 15, and she started the business on her own. Of course, it can't be ignored that she was still blessed with valuable connections to achieve her goal.
I don't pay for advertising. All the advertising I do is literally on Snapchat and Instagram.
Number 9. When they briefly had a pet chimpanzee.
Look, people are really into getting monkeys and animals and raising them as a kid.
The rich and famous have always had exotic pets. Look no further than Michael Jackson. But when the Kardashians got their very own chimpanzee, they gave it up after only 1 week. Kris acquired Susie in an early season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, feeling some empty nest syndrome after most of her children had moved out.
I know I'm going through something, but a monkey is not the answer.
It wasn't the family's first or last experience with primates. In 2007, Kim cozied up with a chimpanzee in Fall Out Boy's music video for Thanks for the Memories. Then, in 2018, Kim and Kourtney got into hot water with PETA after filming their kids playing with some marmoset monkeys. Thankfully, they've stuck with Pomeranians ever since.
I mean, whatever, I guess she can have her dog back, and I will just have to deal with Sushi's barking forever, I guess.
Number 8. When Kendall hosted a maskless party in 2020. While you were stuck at home with canceled plans, Kendall Jenner and company were busy living it up.
The CDC said avoid crowded Halloween parties. Well, this bash, attended by some very familiar faces, is raising eyebrows.
For the model's 25th Halloween birthday celebration in 2020, famous friends like The Weeknd, Doja Cat, and Justin Bieber attended in full costume. Kendall told guests not to take pictures, fully aware of the backlash she'd receive on social media for proceeding with the party amid rising COVID cases. However, it was her own sister Kylie who exposed her by posting about it on Instagram. After the rest of the guests inevitably broke the rule too, Kris Jenner took to Radio Andy to defend her daughter.
Everyone got tested before they walked in the door, and they had to wait, a half an hour until the results were in, and everybody was tested a few days before the, Halloween. So we are really responsible.
Guess we should be thankful Kendall combined her birthday and Halloween, only throwing one potential super spreader instead of two.
Kendall Jenner blowing out candles as a masked waiter holds her cake and tries to move out of the way was actually the scariest thing I saw on Halloween.
Number 7. When Kendall tried to cut a cucumber.
I definitely am not a good cutter, so don't zoom in on me. I'm not professional whatsoever.
In May 2022, Kendall Jenner became the punchline of the internet after attempting to chop some produce. While cutting cucumbers for a snack on an episode of The Kardashians, she struggled at length over the simple task, prompting mother Kris to offer her some professional assistance.
Hey, chef, do you want to cut this up for her?
At least Kendall was able to poke fun at herself, later calling the viral moment tragic on Twitter. It's fully possible that the cameras just caught an awkward moment, as Kendall claimed in a house tour that she cooks in her kitchen daily. It's hard to say whether this is true for sure though, as one of the only other pieces of evidence is a video of her stirring boxed mac and cheese.
Please remove that, sous chef. Yeah, you can stir it. I trust you with that.
Number 6. When Kris cheered on Kim's Playboy shoot. Kris Jenner has an interesting relationship with her children, to say the least. In fact, the only other place we've seen anything like it is in Mean Girls.
There are no rules in this house. I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom. Right, Regina? Please stop talking.
In season 1 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim posed for Playboy while Kris encouraged her from the sidelines of the shoot like a proud mom at graduation. Given her momager role, Kris's enthusiasm about the shoot didn't come as a surprise. Step-parent and former Olympian Caitlyn Jenner also helped Kim get in shape for it. And that same episode, Kim turned the tables by taking some racy pictures of Kris. There's clearly lots of love between Kris and her children, despite their unconventional way of showing it.
Has to be like set in stone in my contract that I'm not all the way naked.
Yeah, no problem. I think that we can, that's a done deal. I'll take care of it. Now get out there and run around the block.
Number 5, when Kylie asked fans to pay for medical bills. Why spend your millions when your fans can spend their pennies?
I have been collecting these bags for a minute. They're also a great investment.
After Kylie Jenner's former makeup artist was injured in a car accident, she donated $5,000 for his surgery and shared the link to his GoFundMe page. People thought she should have covered the whole cost instead of asking her followers to contribute, since she could easily afford to reach the campaign's $60,000 goal all by herself. And, her followers have their own bills to pay.
Kylie took to her Instagram stories to clarify her donation and intentions. She said in part, quote, "I feel it is important for me to clear up this false narrative that I've asked my fans for money and am not paying for my makeup artist's medical bills."
In Kylie's defense, she claims the goal was set at $10,000 and had already raised $6,000 when she donated. So she thought she did cover the whole amount. Either way, the signal boost might have been better suited to a group chat of wealthy friends and family.
This is pretty much where I keep all my purses. I made a little room for them in my house.
Number 4, when Kim said nobody wants to work these days. If there's one thing the Kardashians are good at, it's knowing exactly how to rile people up. As prices on nearly everything increased in 2022, Kim told Variety that not enough women today have a strong work ethic.
I have the best advice for women in business. Get your ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
People understandably took the rage bait hook, line, and sinker, since the bulk of Kim's career consists of being a reality star and influencer, while millions are struggling to stay afloat at far less luxurious jobs. They also found Kourtney hypocritical for agreeing with Kim, since they previously had a blowout fight about Kourtney being the least productive in the family.
You're the most entitled person on the planet when you work the least, that's what I'm saying.
Kim later clarified her comments, saying they were taken out of context and arguing that her job is harder than it looks.
And that you can build a really successful business off of social media, and you can if you put in a lot of hard work. And it wasn't a blanket statement towards women.
Number 3, when Kendall ended police brutality with Pepsi. For all the questionable uses of her family's platform, we'll always have Kendall Jenner to thank for her fearless activism. Just kidding. In 2017, Kendall's infamous Pepsi commercial saw her giving a can of the soda to a cop during a protest, presumably against police brutality. The protesters all cheered for Kendall as the police smiled, with her gesture instantly easing tensions between the two groups. Needless to say, the backlash was swift and merciless, being parodied on SNL and forcing Kendall to apologize on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
The fact that I would offend other people or hurt other people was definitely not the intent. And that's what got me the most, is that I would have ever made anyone else upset.
It's still a head scratcher how the commercial ever saw the light of day, with so many people from both Pepsi and Kendall's team failing to anticipate the fallout.
To get something like that is just, it was so exciting. And I trusted everyone, I trusted the teams.
Number 2, when Kim lost her earring in the ocean. Once upon a time, a woman dropped a legendary piece of jewelry into the abyss. No, not that one. When the Kardashians went to Bora Bora in 2011, Kim's $75,000 diamond earring came off in the ocean after then-fiancé Kris Humphries threw her in.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry! My diamond earring!
Hold on.
Seriously!
Kim was completely distraught over the tragedy, giving us an appearance from her famous crying face, as well as an iconic line from Kourtney that put things in perspective.
What's wrong with you guys? My diamond earring came off in the ocean and it's gone. Kim, there's people that are dying.
Thankfully, Kylie was able to recover the earring from the ocean floor, but we'll always have this moment to look back on. Although anyone would be upset about losing such a valuable item, it must be nice for that to be the worst of your problems.
Material good. Emotionally, if you couldn't handle losing it or you can't afford to lose it, you shouldn't own it. You know, it's one of those things.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. When Kim threw a party on a private island.
How do you act 40?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Right.
That's what I gotta figure out.
Who hasn't wanted to escape on an island getaway? When Kim Kardashian did exactly that for her 40th birthday party at the height of the pandemic, people were angrier than ever at the family's tone-deaf display of privilege.
Calling Kim's party out of touch and insensitive given the literal life and death struggles many are facing during the pandemic.
From renting the island to chartering a luxury jet, experts estimated that the overall cost exceeded $2 million. Although all the guests reportedly quarantined beforehand and tested negative, Kim's tweet about the party was nearly ratioed as people shared stories of their health struggles and financial hardships. While the idea of such a party is cool in theory, it's the last thing anyone wanted to see in such a tough time. And it easily takes the cake for the Kardashians' most unrelatable feat.
That's what I just keep thinking, like, holy sh**, what happened?
True.
How did this happen? How did I get here?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.